Hello and welcome to another random work with us session. um, as always, it is me, Andrea, and the wonderful Jocelyn Short.
Hello. How is everyone doing this evening?
And this session is all about making a random world because Jocelyn is so gracious enough to indulge my literal text message, my call 10 minutes ago. I'm like, do you want to go live and make a world with me on Wonderdraft? Because I feel like making a world and I need one for like a story. And so I want to start like making it, but I want to make it with you guys. And who better to work with an artistic eye than the wonderful Jocelyn Shore?
Gang, 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 gang.
So, as always, one of the housekeeping things, my camera is here because this is where the Wonderdraft thing will be. You guys are on this screen. So if you see me looking away, I'm actually looking at Jocelyn's beautiful face because it's just amazing. So I'm going to share my screen because I know how things work. And there it is, Wonderdraft. Okay. It's really interesting. This is sort of set up very similar to Google Meet. Interesting. So, nope, not open.
I've never heard of Wonderdraft before, so this is very interesting.
So, Wonderdraft I found by complete accident. For Adelphia, I wanted to make a world that I created for the book. And I hand drew it the first time, and it was terrible. Awful. Just awful. And I didn't really know what I was doing. So then I was Googling, as one does, and I saw this person. I ended up being on a Reddit thread. And people were showcasing the different maps that they did for different like campaigns they did for like D&D and like others like board tabletop games. And I was like, oh, I want to, like, where was that? And so one of the comments said Wonderdraft. And I like it because it was a one-time payment. Like you didn't have to pay anything else for this. And I got to make a world. And so it's been a while since I've used it, but I used it to make the world for Adelphia and Elendil. And for a story that I'm working on, I thought maybe having like a small little village to showcase like how people are living in like a zombie apocalypse might work. Look, so the beautiful thing of Wonderdraft, and ignore the fact that the update's available because apparently it's not showing that I bought it in my account because I don't know if I bought it from. I don't know. We're going to update this later. But the beautiful thing about this is that I can change. Oh wait, can I? Yes. So yeah, I can change the type of like background I want to start with. And then I can even, where is it? Land. I can like, there was a way. Oh yeah, so I can like say if I how rough I want it, how detailed, water level, and I can just hit generate, and it'll like automatically like populate something.
Very cool.
Be like a straight like blank road or blank map. So like if I don't know what I'm looking for, so I can like hit this multiple times, and it'll just keep creating something, and then I can invert it if I want to. And then another thing is this right here, that word.
Rectangular
makes it like, so if you put it on a globe, it will match up to each other.
Okay. All right. Very cool.
So a lot of times I use this one so that way the world does fold into itself if I want it to be like a world. But since this is not a world that I'm making, I'm just trying to make like a little city. Oh, let's see what this one makes.
Ooh.
I don't really need it to match. So I can say I want no water, all the water. I want more detail, less detail. Those are things coming up. Roughness, no roughness. So there's so many different options, but I really just need like a continent because I'm only going to do a city. And so, and then if I want to build more land,
Ah, very cool.
I can do that. And then I can like erase if I want. I'm like, oh, this is perfect, except I don't want that one. And I don't want this. Like, I want it to be like, to look like a true island
Mm-hmm.
that they are recolonizing after the zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
What do you think of the size? You think it's good?
I think the size is fine. I feel like you need context to show how big or small this one blob is. Because right now I can't really tell if this is a small patch of land in the context of something else, or if this is one giant continent like Africa.
So that is where symbols come in. And so symbols, like if I put that there, then it's not as big because the bridge would be. But if I wanted to make the bridge smaller, I could.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get rid of these again? Oh, there we go. Okay.
So you said it's one village, so I think adding symbols that are that are fairly big. You know, yeah.
And so there is like, so if I wanted to make like a little mountain, which I also really like about that, if I wanted to make like a mountain range, like I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But those are cliffs.
Okay, very cool. So, question:
Mm-hmm.
what's the general kind of time frame the story is taking place?
So it takes place in the modern time. And so one thing with Wonder Draft that I also saw that people there were on Reddit, I just haven't downloaded them yet because I haven't figured out how to. I'm not tech savvy, people, when it comes to like mods. I can, if you need a sim mod, I got you. I got you if you need a sim mod. But other mods I'm not so careful with. And so, or not careful, comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
So I am not like super. So a lot of times it's not necessarily the time, it's more of what it represents that I use this for sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So when I made Elendils, oh wait, cancel. When I made Elendils, I used some of like these buildings to showcase where bases were, even though they weren't bases, but it just sort of like showcased on the planet where like a base would be held.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it more sci-fi. But I I was using it as like a placeholder. But there are a lot of mods I've seen. I just have to like find one that gives me more like modern buildings. But I also haven't used this in a like a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? With that update, they might have provided it, but I can't update it. I tried before, and I logged into the account, and it was like you had no purchases. But I have this. So, what do you think the village should look like?
So you said it's modern,
Hmm.
a modern village. Let's
Here's
see.
the modern buildings that I have access to.
Okay.
Oh, we have 6 people watching. Hello.
Hey. Let's see.
I have 5 people are on X, and one person is on Twitch.
Okay, very cool.
So X, you can't really give comments. So I'm going to go to X on my phone,
Okay.
which I still can't believe I have that. Um,
Modern village. What's the purpose of this village? I think that's where we should see it.
To be like a so I use a lot of these maps more so for myself.
Mhm.
So in the second book of Elendil, even though I made the world is really going to matter for the third book, but it helped me figure out what not to say in the first and second book. So like if I say it took 2 days to travel somewhere, and then like I make the map and the map has them right next to each other, why did it take 2 days? So
Well,
it helps me to
yeah,
be
no, I understand that part. I mean, in the context of the world, what is the purpose of this village? Like, is it just like a place where people live? Is it a trading town? You
it
know,
is like the rebirth of like civilization.
I see. Okay.
'Cause think like so the story. I don't know if I want to say what story this is for, but it's a story that's called "Touched by Dragonfire," and so people are trying to rebuild after something happens, and so when I talk to them about like how they traveled to sort of live somewhere more a little isolated and remote, I want to. I said zombies in the beginning. It's not for the zombie one. It's for another one called Touched by Dragonfire. Uh, um, they're rebuilding their society after a like global upset. And so
okay.
I was thinking about as I started writing the story about like where their village was and like the main character was going to like go to the market and go to like the town hall and all that stuff, but I'm just like, well, where is that all relative together? So
Right.
that's why I was like, oh, you know what? I need to make a map so I can visually see where I'm trying to put stuff. So it's like modern, but it's like in a world, it's going to be in like a fantasy world.
Okay. Well, if it's rebuilding a civilization, um, my first thought is where the food and the water is going to be, where it's coming from. So I would think like where are the aqueducts going to be, or a water company if it's modern, like building that, like water pumps back up. Is there farming? Like, is what kind of land is this village on? Like what kind of food what does would this ground produce for food? Like, is it a grocery store where
It
like,
wouldn't be that modern. So it would be,
or it doesn't have to be a grocery store, but just like thinking about, um, is food grown here or are they getting food from somewhere else? Like, if they're getting food from somewhere else, then there should be ports at the edge of the land, where they have boats or something, um, to go and get food and trade with people and stuff like that. I'm thinking you need a clinic, some kind of medical facility. Um, uh, so if it's a village, I'm thinking you
I don't
need
know. Oops. Okay. And
there's
then,
a residential part, and then there's not quite a city part, but there's like the more official buildings. So like your town hall and your clinic. Um, maybe an area set up for like shops and trading and stuff.
you're asking a lot of Wonder Draft.
Yeah. I,
um,
I'm sorry. I'm asking myself. I'm speaking in world building terms, like what you need on this actual map. Um,
so
uh,
now, nothing you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying you're asking for, oh, I can even throw a dragon on there.
oh, nice. Okay. So
Um,
does this tell? Okay. Uh, are there dragons in this land?
they're hoping that there aren't dragons on this island, which is why they're staying here.
Okay, got it. All right.
So let's see. I did not grab water before this.
I wonder something that could be cool if this is a town or island. that is recovering from a dragon attack,
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's some stuff put in as precautions to protect against another dragon attack. So like, uh, what am I trying to say?
I can throw mermaids in there.
Ooh, maybe there's a grotto. Okay.
Okay, so I think it probably more closer to like. Okay, oh, so to your answer, up north they have the farms. So I'm gonna put like maybe a little patch there, patch there, patch there. And this is all subject to change. This is just to get like a start getting like a rough layout.
Mhm.
And then what are you? Village house, village house, village house, village house, village house. Okay, so let's throw in a farm right about here. I want you to come here. Hmm. No, I'm not ready to do roads yet. Let's get rid of you. Oops, how do I delete you? Delete. Okay. So farmland is going to be up here. And then let's do another. Oops. Oh, no. Where are you? Oh, no, I'm on the wrong stuff. Okay. Then I need another. Oh, I have like little multiple villages.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So I can throw the village right there. And then maybe another one. Or oh wait, I can't delete. Okay. I can make this bigger to make it seem like it's more of a town square.
Okay.
It's on the river. But so we have oh. And then yeah, and then you can also do mountains too.
I feel like mountains would be cool because if this is a town they came to where they're hoping there wouldn't be dragons, maybe very tall mountains can protect this village, you know, or like being obscured.
So like a slight mountain range. How does that look to you? Oh no, you froze. Justin will be back in a moment.
I'm back.
And Justin is back.
Sorry about that.
um
My bad. I think the last thing I was trying to say was I think really tall mountains can be cool if this is a town that people are hoping dragons won't come back to. Tall mountains and clouds can be protection, you know, uh, can be serving a purpose of obscuring vision from dragons that might hover and come around.
so what do you think of this mountain range being right here? Do you think I should move it more north and move the farm down?
I don't know, only just because uh, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but just entertain the idea that dragons do come back. I don't know what direction they would come back from in general. I feel like, in a general sense, I feel like the mountains should be along the edge of the whole island.
So like right here where I'm moving it up.
Yeah.
If you are watching, I do have the X up. Sorry, I'm also planning like a family event, and my cousin just texted me. And but yeah, if you're watching this on X, oh no, it's Twitter. Feel free to leave a comment if you or like leave a comment under the thing. I have it up on there so I can look at it. Or leave a comment in the chat on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching. So give us some input because the story for the scene isn't written yet, but I just want to make this world that you guys are going to see because I'm thinking about putting it in the book, which is why I need to build it, you know? So I think I'm going to have a mountain range on one side and then a plateau on the other.
Okay.
And so I need...
And it's something that can be cool. You can add, like if you add clouds, you can even add clouds to like a specific area of this map where one particular area has like high density of clouds, like perfect obstruction of view, you know, and that's why the people move there.
Does that look okay or does that look weird?
It doesn't, it looks a little strange, I think.
Okay. Thank you for being honest. How do I delete this? Oh, there we go. In my defense, people, I have not used this thing in months. So please. Oh, I could do like tall.
Mhm.
But we're both of those. We're living in a fairy tale world. Both those mountains can exist if I want them to both exist. That's the one thing about fiction that I love, or that I truly live by, is that it's not real. And I want to be super honest. None of my fiction is ever based in reality. So if you're like, that doesn't happen in real life, like I know.
I mean, we're going by video game logic right now, where the elevations of stuff can change real fast.
I can do layer management. I am learning all new things. I need my clouds. Why are my clouds behind? Okay, so this is where layer management comes in. I don't know which one. Okay, I can't tell. Oh, okay. So I will move you +3. Okay. Ah! I figured you out. So you're going to go -1. You're going to go -1. Jocelyn, I feel like I'm learning because of you. Because I want to impress you.
I'm already impressed. I've never heard of this software before. It's very useful.
Okay, actually, I want to move you for default view. Because how does that look now?
It looks cool. I just can't tell. Like the clouds don't look clear that they're clouds there. Like I don't know if the map will let you change colors of the icons.
Let's find out. Okay, so these should be paintable.
Okay.
Nope, nope, that's for the whole map. Okay. I know there's a way to paint because I've done it before. Nope, that's the ground brush. Symbol eraser. Oh, spray brush. Oh, nope, that's not what I meant to do.
Oh, that's useful.
That's that's not what I meant to do. Um, um, hmm. This is what happens when you don't play for a long time. I used to be in this thing like every single day.
Do you have to click on it and then something will show up?
I swear there was a way to do this.
You know what I think? Even if you can't figure out how to change the color of it, um, I think if you move the clouds just like a little bit away from the mountains, so you can, it still shows that they're nearby. I think it'll read. Excuse me.
Okay, nope, let's do. Okay, that's not working. Why are you not working?
Did you pick a color?
I thought I found a way to do it, but okay, hold on. We're gonna switch mountain types because hmm, playful jagged peaks. Oh, spray brush off.
That is so cool.
Okay, there it is. Okay, so I'll pitch you back, and then symbols. Those do not look like those do not look like clouds anymore. All right, the clouds are gonna have to wait because for some reason they're just not working with me. Okay, so we have the mountain range, and then I can make this part of the land a little bit more. Let's see, what's a nice green? Because it's supposed to be fertile,
Hmm.
like a nice dark green. Add okay, and then or yeah, because it's. What do you think?
I think it's cool. Like I wonder if you like. Do you want the whole thing to be green, or do you like? Would it be cool? Do you think it would be cool to show like some areas that are like singed, like still kind of burnt? Like there's burnt areas and then there's green areas.
See, this is why Jocelyn is amazing. That's not singed. That's not dark enough. Okay. Let's make you a bit more black. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm blackly black, the black, black, y'all. See, brush size, brush opacity, velocity. Let's make you more like this. Hold on. No! No! I do. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. I don't know how much I erased, but I'm just going to cut some pieces off. Okay. My heart fell into my chest, people. So I wanted to do like a greenish to showcase like the sands on this side.
Okay.
Because it's on the beach. And then like transition it slightly. Does that look messy? I feel like that looks messy.
I think if you color back in uh, the other land masses or the little houses that were painted over, it will look a little less messy.
Oh, you mean like these?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can paint those.
Okay.
Oh, oops. So I might just have to do like a lighter, a more like earthier green.
Okay.
There are ones that I can paint, but that one's not one of them. Let's see.
That looks nice.
Okay. So this is like their farmland. So going back to symbols. Farm. Let's throw in some wheat. Some dry stuff. And then another farmhouse over here. And scatter one there. And put one here. You need land. So let's move you to about here. Let's move you about here. Let's move you about there. You here. They're the rich barons. The one up here. They moved out here first.
Okay.
You moved out here second. You get two patches of land with yours. You get two as well. You only have one. It's okay. How's that look for a little farm area?
I think it looks good as a starting farm area. I feel like I'm wondering if it's enough farm for the village.
Well, so think of like Alexandria from Walking Dead.
I did not.
That's
see
what
that.
this is. Huh? Okay, okay. This is not more than like
It's not like
50,
it's not like a
100 people.
1-to-1 representation.
So like this village is like 100 people max.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
okay,
yeah. So it's not a metropolis. It's literally like small town. It's like The Last of Us.
okay.
The town where his brother was.
Hmm.
It wasn't that big, right? I'm super honest. I didn't really watch the show, but I saw through a thing. It was like a smaller town. It was only
Hmm.
like was it a small town or was it a metropolis? And I'm completely wrong.
There was a bunch of locations in that show, but I understand what you're saying. Um, what about some forest land? Are they hunting game in this village?
We can. So we can do. Hmm, what tree tickles your fancy?
Hmm. I'm trying to think. Um, I wonder.
Well, I'll show you what they look like.
There's something interesting
Oh, that is super
that's
huge.
huge. Um, I was looking at those swamp trees. Those are very interesting. This is not a swampland, but
This this one.
uh-huh. Um, but it made me think about what animals would exist. Like those are swamp trees, and so you know,
We can put them around the river, the lake.
okay, maybe we should go regular trees because, like, I feel like maybe these people they're hunting like regular game, like foxes and deer and
So like this one
or
or like this one. The
um,
pine, the
yeah,
hazel.
the hazel.
Hazel, okay.
Ooh, you know what? What would actually be realistic for a town that's just kind of budding and growing itself back after a dragon attack? Like, are there little trees, maybe, or just sprouts of some?
And then I can make the symbols a bit bigger. And then like maybe where it's not so populated. Oop, nope, that's not what I meant to do. Um, I meant to do this um, to showcase like there are other parts of the island that's like growing where they're not at, but or where you think the trees will look better, extra trees will look better over here.
Um, I think having the trees on the, I think more is better
Because then I could also
because
do
I also feel like these people are going to be like maybe they need lumber as well. So
no. I didn't mean to take. Oh, I think my
well,
mountain's back.
I wonder if this software does this software have keyboard shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts.
You underestimate my ability. It probably really does.
Well, I'm only asking because if you make a mistake, like maybe see if you can hit Control Z and it'll just undo for you.
Oh, Control Z. Ah,
It
it
did it?
did.
Nice. Okay, good.
Okay, so I am so sorry for people who underestimate. I have to apologize to my mom because I make fun of her for not understanding how to use a computer, and like I don't. Oh, I owe my mother an apology. Um, okay, so then we have maybe having like some trees lining the mount. There are like trees under mountain ranges, right?
Yeah.
How's that look? Do you think the trees are too big? They're too big for that mountain range.
Yeah.
Okay. I I did Control Z. I learned.
I saw it. It was so fast too. Look at you.
So there's no way I can make it those small. Oh, there's burn tree. Oh, there's Christmas tree.
I mean, what does it look like? Place it.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. All right.
Let's see what you look like. Okay, so you can get tinier. So then let's throw in some of this because it also gets tiny to showcase different trees.
What is that brown spot?
This one,
Yeah, what's that?
tall grass, which I can put near the river to make in the lake. So that did not come out as straight as I wanted it to. How does that look? Or can you even see it? I didn't realize how tiny it was.
It looks fine. Are you gonna have? Do you want roads?
So I could build road. I can build paths. So like if I want to say like there was a major road that goes from like here, or like oops, I could do like okay the arrow, so people can understand like there's a path that might be here, but like not necessarily the road. You
Okay,
know.
gotcha.
And then like I can say there's like maybe a fishing colony down here.
Mm-hmm.
And so like they do the lumber,
Mm-hmm.
they may fish.
Okay.
Oh, but if I do that, then let me get rid of the trees down here. Because then they would be doing lumber. Over here is where a lot of the trees. That looks like a forest, doesn't it?
It looks like a very chaotic forest. There's all different kinds of trees there, but
Is that your way of saying undo it? Okay.
don't put the swamp one there. I feel like all the other ones, like that. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
And then you. Oops. Control Z. I know about Control Z in real life, but it never dawned on me to do it here. So then this needs to now get like painted. So I can paint that if I wanted to. Ooh, luscious. That's a nice green.
That is nice.
I made that by accident. That was the one I was trying to make burnt.
Ah.
And then I can, on the very tips, oh, no, I want to do, like just white on the it won't let me just do it on the tops of them to showcase like snow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I can add a river.
Like a river, like a river.
Like a river.
Shut your mouth and rub me like a river.
Shut your mouth. Couldn't make me a sinner. Like a river.
Like a river. Shut your mouth and rub me like a river.
So they do lumber and they do. I have like the crafts and stuff, and then they do fishing. The
Okay.
fishing village.
Okay.
But fishing people, let's make their village a little bit bigger. Whew. Oops, you're super small. Under you. Because in this world, no one drives.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in this part of the story, no one's going to be driving. They'll all be like horseback.
Okay.
Okay, so I think line ships. I'm just looking to see what they look like. Let's see. Do you have ports? I have no water in there. Oh wait, I was gonna make this cliffs. Okay, so then let's see. You're not gonna work. But oops, I need to do two. I wish. Can I rotate? How's that look?
I like it.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna call this as my stopping point for today, so I can forget what it looks like, and the next time we come back, we make our updates and changes. Now that we have like a starting point.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to save you, and I'm gonna call you Touched by Dragon Fire. Okay, so thank you everyone who joined Jocelyn talking me through how to build a map. We all know who the artistic one is in this friendship. Her, because she made me think about a lot.
I'm only here to help.
So I'm going to give a little bit more thought to this, to how the story is going to go, because my character will be traveling through the different villages. So when I come back, We will probably be, not probably, I will be, I can't rotate you. I'm hoping in the update they'll let me rotate so I can like have different paths, or I can label the towns as well.
Yeah.
So this is sort of more to show where stuff is, not actually exactly how to be laid out, but just be like, okay, she's went from here to here. This is how long it roughly might take. So thank you all for joining for the 9 people we had that stopped through. Thank you so much. And Joss and I will find a date where we can come back and do
Yeah.
it again.
Yes, this was productive. I like this.
It was. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without her. So I'm going to stop sharing so you guys can just see us. But thank you guys for stopping by, and we will